Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, this is Leland from Riker's Reptiles. I'm just doing this video today because I was speaking with a couple of my friends on here and they were basically saying I have no room tours on here of my actual collection. So I thought I'd do that video today, do a little collection room tour. So it might be a little bit of a long video just because there's a lot of animals to get through and I'm going to try to do it all in one video. And I don't edit and I don't do the fast forward business and all that garbage, as you know. So anyhow, if you could please subscribe onto my channel, and please, if you would, put anything in the comments, whether you like the video, you don't like the video, you like certain genes, you're working with certain genes, whatever. Because I do go through the comments and I do speak with the people on there, so it's cool to have the comments in there. So anyhow, stay with me and we'll get right into this video. Okay, just to give a rundown of what the room is looking like, I have two VE6s over here. I got the 70s on the bottom on the Freedom Breeder and the 40s on the top. I have 3 more rows of these coming, so it'll be up to about there. Right now, these are all storage tubs that I'm going to be using. Some of them are hatchling tubs, some of them are just bathing tubs. The big one right there is a big tub for stuck sheds and whatnot. And then I have the cleaning section over here. And then this is going to be just hatchlings once I get this thing cleaned out. And this is where the snakes sit when I'm cleaning their enclosures. This is the snake chair. And then right here is the original V Super 70s, I think they're called. So I started off with that one, and then I added that onto it. And then these are all the tub liners. And then this is the area where I, heat up the rats when I do the frozen thaw. And there's my other hatchling rack ready to go. I just put it on the thermostat. I'm getting it all balanced. And once I have it balanced, I'll move these 5 campers down here at the bottom of this rack over to that other rack and make this just all hatchlings. And then once these other 3 rows show up, everything that's in this rack is a grow up, and those other 5 will go into those 12. And then all these can be for hatchlings, and all these can be for hatchlings. So I could house up to at least 72 hatchlings at one time, which I don't know if I'll ever have 72 at one time. So just to real quickly go through here, this is Ursula. I created her with Luke Skywalker and Pam, the Scaleless Head Mojave, and she came out just absolutely stunning. She's a fire Mojave leopard scaleless head. So that's Ursula, and Ursula is Phoebe's sister from Friends. That's how I got that name. So Robert California is Enchi leopard blade pastel fire 50% het clown. He's got that awesome sword handled head stamp, and he was actually purchased to help that family out that got in that car accident. I also donated a pie at the same time, but I figured, they needed the money right away, and I could sit on the snake and help them out as I could. And now I'm selling it because I don't really need the snake, but it's definitely up to around 700 grams now, so it's ready to go. And this is 19. This is my world's first combo. So that's the pastel. What is it? Pastel, chocolate, Enchi, soul sucker, and het ghost. So Dad was a visual ghost, so she's definitely het ghost. And then we have these two are 2 snakes from last season at the end of the year that hatched the beginning of this year, but I'm counting them for last year because I have a partner in last year's snakes and I wanted to start over fresh this year. This is one of the holdbacks. So what I did with all my holdbacks, because I had a partner, I did whatever the cost is on Morph Market, and then I cut it in half because I shouldn't have to pay full price for my holdbacks. So I'm doing half price, half of whatever they were going for. That way I'm not screwing my partner and he's getting money out of it, but I'm also not screwing myself. So this one right here is an Enchi Orange Dream Posset Pied Posset Clown, and she is definitely a holdback. So she came from Andy and Maz. And then 37 here is a normal that's really cool looking and is also I forget what this one is, but it's a normal. It's on my Morph Market page, number 37, if you want to look it up. Okay, but Andy is a pastel yellow belly pied, possible OD, which I proved out because 45 right there is his offspring. And Andy is on a fast. So he did eat a tiny little pup, which is not going to be enough to sustain him. But he's been off food for 4 months, so he is out of the breeding program and just been in here for the last month, just trying to get him back on food. Darth Vader is going to be for 2023. 42, 19, 45, 37, those would all be for the future. But this is going to be 2023. He's good to go now, but I've already done all my pairings that I would be doing with this guy. So he's a clown that's het pied. So I'm just trying to make clown pieds, you know? He did go in with Princess Leia one time, but I'm not sure if they locked or not. All right, so this one right here is one of my Justin Kabulka or Canova snakes. I have a couple. His name is Chandler from Friends, and he is a pastel. The heck is he? Pastel, lavender albino, het pied. Oh, and possibly asphalt or gravel. So we're not really sure about that one. We'll have to try to prove that out. And he's to make the dreamsicles. I'll show you the two females he's going to be going to. But he's going to hopefully make me some yellow belly dreamsicles and pastel yellow belly dreamsicles and all those combos. And then down here from Tristan, this would be Rachel. She's an Ultramel Het Pied for the Ultramel Pied project that will be going into effect 2023, hopefully. So that's her. She just ate a big rat, so she's looking nice and fat. And by the way, I did not pre-clean before this video, so if you see some poo or pee or whatever, well, this is real. I haven't done any pre-inspections or anything. I'm just opening up all my tubs for you. So this one right here, she's always hungry. This is 48. I believe she is an inchy pied, either yellow belly or OD. I'm not sure which one. She's such a high pattern pied and very, very low white, so she's kind of hard to tell. So I'm going to just keep her, prove her out, see what she's got going on here. And again, she is hungry, always hungry. I put these little hides in here just to have them feel like it's a little bit more secluded. And sometimes I'll push back these water bowls. And it just gives them a little bit of a hide in these kind of medium-sized tubs. So Katie is a pied. She's for hypo. So obviously I'm making hypo pies with her. I could use her to do a couple other projects with. So 2023 I'll finally decide what I'm going to do, but it's definitely going to be hypo pies and then possible Desert Ghost. Mixing Desert Ghost in with that project. So this is a Mojave pied het hypo. This is Joe Bennett. She's number 27. She's also a holdback. I think I held 2 back from that clutch. And then we have Sabine Wren, Pastel Coral Glow pied. She was number 30 last season. And she is getting huge. Look at that. Look at that belly on her. Super beautiful snake. One of my favorites to chill and just hang out with. She's very easy tempered. Okay, and Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan is a pastel desert ghost, het ghost. So there he is. Everybody's probably going to be sleeping right now because it's daytime here in California. And I just got a call from Sal at Creepers, Ball Pythons. I'll be going to his house later today to try to help him ID his clutch, male and female and whatnot. So this one's a super spicy noodle. I'm really working on this one to chill it out because its name is Sawyer. And my grandson's name is Sawyer, so he always wants to hold this one. So I'm trying to get this one a little bit more chill for him. It's an Enchi Super Orange Dream Het Pied. So that'll be the father to all of my Super OD projects that I'll be working on in 2023. Now Claire, I had originally kept this Mojave pied Het Hypo for my holdback. But then once I had Claire, I listed this one for sale. So this one's actually for sale. It's going to be a holdback if nobody buys it. But then this one right here is the one I replaced it with because she's a Mojave Enchi pied. And she's also het for hypo. And you can see the difference in these saddles where it's all sandblasted. Enchi does that. And then she's also got some really fat eye stripes. And then if you can see the difference in this one, Look how the saddles are like a darker color. They're not all blasted out. They have really dark edging. So these are from the same father. But then when you put Inchi into the mix, look at the thin eye stripes. Then you throw Inchi in the mix, you got these dark eye or white eye stripes and just obliterated pattern and the sandblasting right there from the Inchi. Okay, then we got down here at the bottom, Monica. She's a pied het lavender albino. This is going to be for the dreamsicle clutch. Again, she is always hungry. She would eat right now if I threw something in there. But she ate a couple days ago. Sorry, girl. And then this one's supposed to be a shed. That's what the blue means. And Kriya is a pastel desert ghost het ghost. She's going to be going with Obi-Wan, who's the same. So I think I have 3 snakes, maybe 2 snakes, 2 females for this project. She still hasn't shed, so she's looking super grayed out. And she likes this little hide. I leave it in there for her because she uses it. And she's about ready to go do a bigger one. All right, so that's one tower. Okay, the video's already 10 minutes. Sorry about this, guys, but it's gonna be a long one. Okay, starting left to right, still in the Desert Ghost. So we got Enchi, Desert Ghost, Het Ghost. This is my Mothma. She will be ready possibly later this season. I'm not gonna push her. We got plenty of time. But she is looking like she's gonna shed. So I'll get that all moist. I'll mark her tub. And then I usually clean their tubs after they shed, because they'll usually poop and pee in their shed. And then I put this on here. I'll come back and I'll add moisture, because these Freedom Breeder racks really don't hold the moisture. I only got 0.25% ventilation, and they're horrible. So I really have to add a lot. So that's Elio. He was my first ball python when I got back into snakes. He is just a coral glow or a banana. And he may be het pied, or no, het clown, pos het clown. So I am trying to prove him out this year. So we'll see. And then Luke Skywalker is we decided fire, not vanilla, leopard, Mojave, double het, possible pied clown. So once I prove him out, I really hope I do, because I've got a lot of projects for him in the future. And then Chewbacca. Sorry, I should probably let you see the whole snake. But he looks like he's sleeping, so I'll leave him alone. And then Chewbacca right here is the yellow belly, red stripe het clown. He was locked with Holly for 2 days to try to make me some clowns, some red stripe, yellow belly clowns. That'd be sweet. But he is huge now. He's like 1,100 grams. And I got him from Mike at Redline Pythons. So there's a little plug for Redline. And then we'll go straight down to JP's snake. JP Reptiles in Canada. And this guy here needs a little water, it looks like. So we're going to drop a little in here while we're in here. I'm going to put it on pause. All right, so I put a little black tab there. All my little tabs up here mean something different. The green is paired up, they're mating. Red is live rat. Black is dirty, and blue is in blue. So on feed day, all of these will come off. I'll take them all off because I don't have enough clips to put on there. So I'll take them all off, and any clip on feed day just means there's a live rat in there, because I really hate having live rats in my room. So I kind of keep a really, really good eye on them. So this is Sulfina. She is probably going to lay next. This right here is a pretty small sulfur blade clown. I'm thinking maybe 5 eggs. It's just refused food on 5/11. Once they refuse food, they get that little tag there. Once they ovulate, they get a date sticker with the ovulation. If I get the shed on there, then boom, the shed goes there. And the last time I check their follicles, and if they're over 30 or around 30, then I'll put a sticker of what they were, okay? And then I keep a record of the date somewhere else. And then I have Michael Scott, Coral Glow Pastel Het Pied. He's the one that made that beautiful pastel Coral Glow Pied, so I know he's proved out. And he gets one of these hides with the built-in sponges in the ceiling, because he has horrible sheds in this. Even if I soak the tub, he still has a bad shed. So I really try to keep him super hydrated. You can squirt this in here. You can open the lid and do it that way, or you're gonna squirt through the lid like that. Either way, he needs the hydration, so I'm gonna just put it in there. And it's a little bit taller hide, so even a snake that's 500 or 600 grams is still gonna fit inside that hide. They like it tight anyhow. So here's Daryl. He's about to shed. He made the number 19, that world's first combo. He was the father. So he's a chocolate butter inchy ghost. He's also going to be the father of the other world's first I'm trying to make, which is the super chocolate, super inchy hypo. I have 3 females for that project to get that done, because that's like one of my like die-hard projects that I'm really trying to make happen. All right, so here he is, looking super dark. He's a really bright yellow snake, so he's like really kind of mustardy looking right now. But that's Daryl. All right, moving on to level 3, Black Pastel Fire Spot Nose Het Clown. And that's to go to my Yellow Belly Red Stripe Het Clown. So we could try for some Pompeii snakes and some other combos that are going to be coming from that, which are going to be bitchin' clowns. So pretty much anything that comes out of this combo right here is going to be amazing. And she is just an absolute gorgeous snake. So we'll leave her alone. See the fire influence on the back of her head stamp right there. And then we got Erin right here. She's going to go next after Sulfina, probably. Looking mighty thick. So she's a first-time mom. I'm going to say probably 7 or 8 eggs, though, because she's really big. And she also needs some water. So let's get some water going for her. Come back later, give her more. Then we have Nellie. Nellie stopped eating on me for months and months. Then she would eat once a month. So she's not a great eater. Leopard, clown, pastel, inchy, and she's a female. So she just had a medium rat a couple weeks ago. And then yesterday, or a couple days ago, had a small. So she's doing better. This month, or last month going into this month, and she's one of my favorites. She does have kind of bugged out eyes and a funny face, but I love her. And she's gonna go, who's she going with? Oh, she's going with Han Solo to make some Batman snakes. And then Ray is one of my other gals for the super inchy super chocolate hypo try that I'm going for. I had to find her in somebody else's racks. She's absolutely gorgeous. I love hypo snakes. I love Enchi. And I'm really starting to love chocolate. So that's Ray. And she was paired with Daryl twice. She's locked twice this season. So I'm hoping she goes late this season. All right, so this one's Princess Leia. She's a cinnamon pied het clown. I bought her to go with Darth Vader, and I got her from both of them from Nick Lovera Exotics, good guy, and she should be going maybe by the end of next month, I'm thinking. I had to weight down her. Oh no, oh shoot, she laid. Wow, hold on, hold everything. Okay, so I wasn't expecting this. She didn't lay, or she wasn't laying last night. I checked her last night. Last time I ovulated, she was at, or last time I checked her, she was at 38. I missed the ovulation on this one. So I'm gonna go get the towel ready, get her other enclosure ready, get the egg box ready, and then we'll check back in. But I'm gonna pause everything so we don't waste all this time. All right, I just got, we checked out his hatchlings and popped them and went over what we thought he had. And I set up that new clutch. I'll make a separate video because this video is already gonna be way too long. But I'll do a separate video of Princess Leia's clutch. So starting back off with Princess Leia, we're about we go to Meredith. Meredith is a pied from 2017. She started refusing food on 5/25. Last year she did that a few months before she laid. She's a huge pied. And this year I have paired her to Anakin, the pied that's het DG, and you'll see him in a second. We got Karen, that's a firefly. She came here at 63 grams. She's now over 1,900 grams. Oh no, that's the wrong one. I'm thinking about Holly. This is Karen. This is from Unbelievables, and she had a beautiful clutch last year, and I think I just kept one out of her clutch last year. But Karen this year is going to Han Solo, so it's going to be a Firefly to a Firefly spot nose clown. So I'm trying to get some super fires out of this one. I like white snakes that can do something, so it would be a super fire that's het for clown. So that would be pretty dope. And then Holly down here is a Firefly het clown. This is the one that came here that was 63 grams when I got her. So she was tiny. And now she's over 2,000 grams and just a beast. And she is been locking up with Chewbacca, which is the yellow belly red stripe het clown. So I can get some red stripe clowns. Because I'm pretty sure that this trade with Upscale Exotics, I'm probably only going to get one visual clown, and that's probably going to be his. So I'm going to have this as my backup clutch, so I can try to get me a red stripe clown this year also. It'd be great if we got more than one visual clown out of that other pairing, but we'll see. Kelly, she already laid this year, and she is the mother of those beautiful coral glows that I have. I have coral glow specters, yellow belly in that clutch, and they're all pretty cool looking snakes. I'm gonna put a little tab on here so I know to come back and miss this tub. And then we have Mara Jade down here. She's the one that's going to be proving out my Elio, which is a banana pos het clown, and she's a yellow belly clown. So we can make some more yellow belly clowns, or yellow belly bananas that are het for clown, or pos het clown. We'll see. And then over here is the hatchling rack from top to bottom. Usually I put the hatchlings in order, so I'll let them shed out, and then I number them, throw them in a tub, then I ID them and sext them and go through all that. So this clutch here is mostly females. I think I got one male out of a clutch of 8. And then we have still the 44 is still remaining here. 44, I believe, is an Enchi, and it might be het pied. I can't remember on this one. Yeah, I was right. Het for pied. And I have on here possible yellow belly, but it's in deep shed, so it's really hard to tell. And then we have the identical, pretty close to identical brothers here. So these two, this is the YouTube snake over here, and that's his brother right there. And they're both the same. Enchi, Mojave, pos het, pied, pos het, clown. No, I'm sorry. These two are het pied and het clown because they came from visuals. And then that's the nursery. Sometimes I'll pop them out here, stick them in here for a little while. But I was using the incubator, so that's empty. Kevin, I believe, is an Enchi Orange Dream pied. And this is one of my holdbacks. And I'm going to be holding him back just because Andy goes on fast. So I can't go through the season all the way with Andy because he does stop eating. And I don't want to be risking my male. So I'm going to have this male as a backup. He's a good backup to have anyhow. And then you go down through this clutch. I haven't really nailed down the IDs. You can see where I start writing them on here as I start checking them out, watching the videos, studying the animals. But a lot of these animals don't look like any of the animals in the computer. Like, so this one I think is yellow belly. None of them have this really cool side belly, or at least they don't show it. At least it's a clear belly, so I know it's probably yellow belly or specter, but my guess on this one is probably yellow belly. And then of course we have the two pastel yellow belly coral glow pos het pied females, and they have really good coloration on the sides, and that blushed out pastel head stamp with the yellow crown on it. And then I believe this one on the right to be a pastel, and the one on the left here to be a yellow belly. So these are both family members. They're both girls. Okay. And then this last one here, I believe it to be a yellow belly as well. It's also a female. And then I had one male from this clutch who still hasn't eaten. And I believe him to be a specter. And then this last female from the clutch, I believe also to be a specter. Super long stripe on the side. More alien heads than the others. And then it's a little bit lighter snake. So then this one right here is the super scaleless, who's in shed right now. So he's looking pretty jacked up. So I got to work on him probably tonight or tomorrow. I'm going to let him have another day here. Then I'm on the fence with this one. I'm thinking about keeping her. She is a scaleless head leopard pos double het pied clown. So this one right here is in shed, but I'm really considering keeping this one because I want to get more leopard pieds in my collection. And then we had Janice. She's a pied het lavender albino. Normally I keep bigger snakes like this in a little bit bigger tub, but she went off food. So she's back here in this little tub. I need to give her her hide back. She pooped on it. All right, moving on. Rose Tico. She's hopefully going to make me my super inchy, super chocolate hypo. So this is my holdback. I created this girl right here from Daryl. And I believe it was Angela. So she's a pastel chocolate inchy het hypo. And then Jania right below her is a pied that's 66% het clown. You see her little nose poking out right there like she's hungry. So that's to go with the clown pied project for 2023. I'll have about at least 2 or 3 females for that project. And then here is the pied that's het Desert Ghost. Portuguese pythons right there. Shout out to Danny and his wife. And then this one is a Phoebe, who is a pied het ultramel for the ultramel pied project. I have 2 females for this project. You already saw the ultramel that was het pied. And this girl's about, I don't know, 1,000 grams already. So we got Phyllis over here. She just went off of food, so that means she's probably going to be laying in the next few months. And Phyllis I put with Andy. So I'm going to just try to make some more, or try to make some yellow belly pieds or pumpkin pieds or any kind of cool pied, pastel pieds. Angela is a pastel hidden gene woma enchi. And she's going to lay pretty soon. And she was put to... Who is this? Angela? She was put to... Oh, Obi-Wan. So pastel, desert ghost, het ghost. So just trying to make some double hets with this one. Or 100% het and possible ghost. So desert ghost hets with possible hypo on that one. And here's Pam. She's already up to, I don't know, 1,700 grams. Scaleless head Mojave, sitting at 10 millimeters, and she's available, easily plugged into any project right now, and will go this year. So that's a plug and play right there for anybody who's looking for a reliable snake. Captain Phasma is just getting ready right now too. She went off of food in April, so she's probably going to be laying in the next couple months. She's completely sideways underneath this bowl with her body. And that Captain Phasma is also going with Andy, that male I showed a few minutes ago. And I'm just trying to make some super gravels that are het pied, so I can get those highway pieds going. And then Jan, she just laid. She's in the bottom. I haven't moved her back yet. Maz, inchy het pied. She's going to a pied that's het desert ghost, and she had some beautiful babies. This last year I kept a few of her babies because they were just so gorgeous. Kevin was one of them. And 48 is another one of them. And then Jim is a Mojave Ghost Pied visual. Sweet, sweet boy. And he's gone to several females last year. And this year he's only got one pairing. So he's got a bit of a break this year. So I'm keeping him on food and keeping him nice and healthy. And here's Jan. She just laid last month. So you can get a look at her, see how she's looking. Looking a little thicker. She's had 4 meals since she's laid. So she's looking really good. Jan might be going up for sale at the end of the season as well. I'm still trying to debate. She is such a sweet girl. I really would hate to sell her just because I love handling her. But anyhow, that's the snake room. I'll go and show you the quarantine. Oh yeah, that's the other hatchling rack. That's my scale back there under that tub. That's the photo booth. It's my desk. And that is the incubator. Okay. And then up here, I have the isopods, dairy cows and powder oranges. All right, welcome to the quarantine rack. This is the Super OD Pied that just shed. She's gonna be for 2023 to go with the Super Orange Dream Enchi Het Pied from Bomb Projects. And then this one right here is for sale. It's a leopard Orange Dream Posset Pied Posset Clown. He's up on Morph Market right now. Getting thick. Came really underfed, and all 3 of these snakes I've gotten them up to quite a bit of weight. And then in there is a Super Orange Dream Leopard Fire, and she's gonna make some gorgeous snakes because she's gorgeous. And then down here in quarantine is Frankenfurter. This is a male pastel Enchi Het Clown, and he is beautiful and available. And then down here, it's also available in shed, is an Ultramel, and it is vanilla Ultramel. But I need pied in my Ultramel, so I need to sell this one, take the money from that, put it towards my visual male, which is going to be very expensive. So I need to start saving for that. Well, that's pretty much it. Over here in the corner, I have a bioactive ball python enclosure, and over here in this corner is a corn snake. So that's what I got going on in the snake rooms and in the quarantine, and that about wraps it up for this video. I will put out another video with the egg pull I just did for clutch 3 that I wasn't expecting. So anyhow, I hope you liked the video. Thumbs up, comments below, everybody subscribe, and thank you so much for watching my videos, and have a great day.